This past NBA season, Giannis Antetokounmpo won both the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year awards, making it one of the most dominant individual seasons ever. However, he didn't win the championship, so it can't be considered on the same level as some of the other most dominant individual seasons ever. So, then the question is, what were the most dominant individual seasons in NBA history? The first season we'll be covering is Hakeem Olajuwon in 1994. Before 1994, Jordan and the Bulls won 3 championships in a row, and it seemed as if no team could beat them. But then, Jordan made the shocking decision to retire from the NBA to play baseball. So the spot for the best player and team in the league was open. And that year, Hakeem Olajuwon took advantage. In the regular season, Hakeem averaged 27 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and almost 4 blocks per game, leading his team to a record of 58-24, which placed them second in their conference. That season, he was named the MVP of the league, Defensive Player of the Year, and All-NBA and All-Defensive First Team. In the playoffs, Hakeem averaged 29 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists, where he eventually met Patrick Ewing and the New York Knicks in the finals. It was a hard-fought 7-game series, but in the end, the Rockets came on top, and Hakeem took home the finals MVP. This was his first championship out of the 2 he would win, and it cemented his legacy as an all-time great player. The next great individual season we'll be covering is Jordan in 1996. Jordan's 96 season is so memorable because of how perfect it went. The previous year, the Bulls lost in the second round to the Magic after Jordan returned from playing baseball wearing number 45. Jordan didn't play up to his standards in that series, probably because he was rusty from not playing basketball in a year. And the other team let him hear it. Nick Anderson, a player on the Magic, is quoted saying, "45 doesn't explode like 23 used to. And 45 is not 23. I couldn't have done that to number 23. So the next year, Jordan switched back to his old number, and number 23 was better than ever. That season, he averaged 30 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And at the end of the season, his play earned him the scoring title, All-NBA and All-Defensive First Team honors, All-Star Game MVP, and the League MVP. In the playoffs, he averaged 31 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists to face the Seattle Supersonics with Gary Payton and Shawn Kemp in the finals. Payton tried his best to stop Jordan, and even did a pretty good job, but still wasn't enough. Jordan ended up winning the Finals MVP and leading his team to their 4th championship and the start of their 2nd three-peat, to complete the perfect season. If before 1996, Jordan wasn't considered one of, if not the best player of all time, that season definitely ended any doubts. Although both Hakeem's and Jordan's seasons were incredible, in my opinion, the title for the most dominant individual season ever belongs to Shaq's 2000 season. Shaq is often referred to as the most dominant player of all time, and in the year 2000, he was more dominant than ever. In the previous year, Shaq and the Lakers got swept in the second round by Tim Duncan and the Spurs. And after that, many people said that Shaq could never win a championship because he couldn't shoot free throws and he was too selfish. So the next year, Shaq came back with a vengeance and a newfound motivation to prove everyone wrong. That season, he averaged 30 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks, and shooting 57% from the field, which led the league that season. Along with Kobe, they carried the Lakers to a 67-15 record, securing the number 1 seed in the league. That season, he won the scoring title, he was first team All-NBA and second team All-Defensive, the All-Star Game MVP, and he won the league MVP, almost unanimously, receiving 120 out of the 121 first place votes. In the playoffs, he was even more dominant, averaging 31 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 assists to face the Pacers in the finals, where he averaged 38 points and 17 rebounds to win that series in 6 games. For his efforts, he won his first championship and his first Finals MVP to complete the most dominant individual season ever. Giannis Antetokounmpo clearly had a great season last year, but compared to these 3 seasons, it is not even close. It is interesting to think that some players of the past have just completely dominated the NBA, winning the MVP, a championship, and other awards in just 1 season. And although Giannis wasn't able to have that kind of a year last season, I think he still has a great chance to do something like that in the future.